Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to this special training video. Richard Hale here with teachingonlinebusiness.com. Today, I'm going to show you how to grow and scale your coaching or consultant business. For those of you watching right now and you've been struggling to grow and scale, you're not hitting your revenue goals. You said it, but you can never hit it. Over the years, I've seen a lot of different patterns. I've been working with coaches, consultants, experts for the last 3+ years, and there's a few big key points that are often the cause of you not being able to grow and scale. So we're going to be talking about them today, and one of them is your business model. Now, many of you are likely using a current business model that is done for you services and working one-on-one. And there's nothing wrong with that type of business model when you're first getting started. But for those of you that have been coaching and consultant for, a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, you can't rely on this business model. And unfortunately, for the majority of you guys and girls, you're in that current business model doing the done for you and a one-on-one consultant. And there's a lot of different things wrong with this type of business model. So the solution is getting rid of this business model and going to the one that I'm going to be talking about today. But why can't you scale and grow with done for you and one-on-one? Well, the economics just don't work. That's the big thing. You can't scale because you're only one person. You haven't hired your team yet. You don't have a team to work with. So you're the one that's time committed to doing all this work for your clients and doing your one-on-one work. And that takes up a lot of your time, right? Probably doing 40, 50, 60, 70 hours a week working with your clients. That's, again, the economics don't work. The time don't work. It's impossible to be able to grow and scale. Now, when I was in this business model, I did this business model for years, and eventually you get to a ceiling. For me, I made $270,000 one year, but it killed me. I wasn't happy. It was tough. It was tough, and if you have did at least 6 figures a year and over, you know the time commitment that takes to be able to bring that type of income. There's just no leverage, and that's the big thing. You want to know the secret to being a millionaire, being a billionaire? It's leverage. You have to have leverage in your business, and unfortunately this type of business model, it just don't have it. So the big thing is, again, you can't scale. You're limited by time. And eventually, you're going to burn out. Now, it took me 8 years before I burned out and hated what I was doing. And I hope you're not there yet. But if you are, don't worry, I promise. This business model that we're going to be talking about today will change your life. You have to switch. There is no, maybe, should I? You have to. You can't stay in the done for you one-on-one working with clients. You can't stay in that type of business model. It's unhealthy. The economics don't work, and there's no leverage. We need a new business model that gives us all three. And that's what we're going to be mainly talking about today. Now, with this new business model, what I'm recommended is a business model that includes courses, that includes membership, that includes group coaching or group consultant. And here's why. You are an expert at whatever it is you do, right? You are great at what you do. You have to be an expert, because if you're not an expert, it doesn't matter what type of business model, it won't work. So you have to really know what it is that you do. But probably most, if you are a true expert, you have a process, right? You have a process that you take clients down. So let's look over here, and I'll try to draw this the best I can. So when you first meet a client, they're here, right? You want to take them to here. Right now, they're 1 out of 10. They're in pain. They have problems, right? And it's your job to take them over here, and they're going to be happy, excited. They're going to have that result that they desperately want. So really, this is kind of like the before state, and over here is the after. So you know this process, right? That's how you get your clients' results. Instead of you physically doing all this work for your clients and doing one-on-one coaching, what would happen if you quit doing that and all of this was recorded as a course or as a membership, and you walk your clients through this process? Do you know how much time you could save? Think about it. Instead of doing all the work for your clients as you are right now and doing a one-on-one, we can make a course that outlines the process A through Z. So they can come in with their pain and their problems. They can go through your course. You pre-record these videos, these lessons, if you will, and you give it to them. This process, A through Z. Everything they need to get that result that you promised. All we have to do is record this one time. We record the process, we put it together in some type of course, and we present it to our clients. Now let's think about that. But right now, you're doing done for you. You are doing all the work for your client. Why not get them to do the work? You give them the process. You know what that's called? That's called leverage. That's why this business model that I'm getting ready to show you does so well. It's the business model that you need in your business in order for you to grow and scale. It doesn't matter what you're charging, whether it's $1,000 for this, whether it's $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. The economics work. It's leverage in your business model, and both you need in order for you to be able to go 7 figures, 8 figures, even mid 6 figures, even 6 figures. I'd rather have a 6-figure business making $100,000 a year with me just working 5 to 10 hours a month. Think about that. You go from 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 hours a week to 5 to 10 hours a month, making times 4, times 5, times 10 more, making a lot more money. So I want to show you kind of some of the results that are possible, because this is something that I do every single day with coaches, consultants, and experts. I help them leave this bad business model, and I help them transition into a new business model, again, with courses, with memberships, with group coaching. Let's talk about group coaching, okay? So if you're doing all this work right now with one-on-one clients, so you may be spending an hour a week, right, with 20 clients. That's going to be 20 hours a week that you're committed doing your one-on-one. That's a lot of time. 20 hours a week, that's 80 hours a month. Why not do group coaching and we get everybody together? We do maybe a 3-hour lesson, and we're only committed 3 hours instead of 20. That means I could do my group coaching all month long for 12 hours compared to 80 hours in this one-on-one coaching model? Which would you rather do? Makes sense, right? I hope this makes sense. You can save a lot of time. A lot of time. And you can work a lot less, making a lot more money. So, these are some of the results that, and this is one of my most recent clients, the results of a course that we just launched. They've been doing one-on-one, in person, doing all this work, and I said, look, you can't leverage one-on-one. You are committed. They're coming to you. Even if it's coming to a physical location where you are, or you're doing it online, it's still you're committed, you're time committed. You're still doing the one-on-one. Instead of doing one-on-one, let's do group. Instead of you doing the work for your clients, let your clients do the work. They need to learn the process, right? That's probably super important. Even if it's SEO and marketing, as some of you may be business coach, marketing coach, different things like that. Even if it's to an extent like that, you could still walk your clients down the right path and tell them exactly what to do. So we recently just did a launch, and we're at a $997 price point for this course. I wouldn't consider it high ticket. Some of you may, but it's a $997 product, and it has payment options. So we end up getting 9 people signed up. Over here, we have one for his past students, which is a little bit cheaper, but we have 2 more over here. So we've brought in $10,000 worth of client business for him this week. So if we maintain this, and I think we will, because we're running Facebook ads. I always recommend Facebook ads, but we're running Facebook ads behind it, and we're driving traffic here, and we're actually getting like a 20-to-1 ROI using Facebook ads, which is awesome. It's not always that good, but here's the thing I want you to know. If you can spend $1 and you can make $2, you'll never have to worry about money again. As long as you can always double it, you'll never have to worry. And that's the key. That's something that stuck with me years ago when I was doing all the SEO work, content marketing, and all these different things. Why am I not leveraging paid traffic? Because if I learn paid traffic and I can figure it out, I could spend $1 and I can make $2. I could spend $10 and make $20. I could spend $100,000 and make $200,000. Paid traffic, it works. Yeah, there's things you have to get right, of course, but it works. So, in the course of we've spent around $500 in ads, a little bit less, and we've made a little over $10,000 because some people chose the payment plan. So we're talking about the total cost of acquisition. So our lifetime client value is a little bit different. Some are $997, the other one is $1182 and $1192 or $1191, because there's 2 payment options, a 6-pay and a 3-pay, and those are important too, because everybody's not going to have that $997. You want to give people the opportunity to get into your course, become a client, and they can be on a payment plan. So we always want to give those options. But most importantly is we're profitable. So we were able to get around $10.5 thousand in total business. And that's not bad for 1 week. So if we could keep this up, we can actually have a $40,000 month. Now, how long would it take my client to get $40,000 a month? It would take him, even with working one-on-one, it would still have taken him anywhere between 6 to 7 months. So that is a significant increase. So if we could do $40,000 a month on average. That's going to be around a $480,000 business. So almost $500,000. And it's simple. It is, I won't say it's easy, but the process is simple. It's getting out of the business model. The business model that you're in right now, if you're doing done for you, if you're doing one-on work, it's killing you. You have to be able to get out of that model. When you get out of that model and you get into a model where you have the leverage that you need, the sky's the limit. The sky is absolutely the limit. You can do big numbers. You can hit a $500,000 business in a year, as I've shown you. So when you do the numbers, we did 10.5 thousand so far in business. If we average this, we're going to be at $40,000 a month. I see no reason why we can't. If we stay at that current level, we're going to be a $500,000 business that we've literally created in a few short weeks. This can be you. I hope this excites you, because it is exciting. Can you imagine where you are right now, making whatever it is you do, and being in a $500,000 business within a few short weeks? That's what's possible when you get out of the business model that you're in and you get to something new. This new business model, it's kind of a hybrid that I've been doing, and there's a lot of business models that you can follow. But in my experience, when it comes to coaches and consultants, this by far is the best business model to be in. And here's the thing. Right now, we have a 20-to-1 ROI. So if I want to reach $1 million a year, I can. All I need to do is double it, right? We're at $480,000 a year right now. All I have to do is double the ad spend. We're getting 20-to-1 ROI. Who wouldn't invest more? And I'm sure that's going to go down. It's a good one, and you have to remember that we've only been launched for a week, so it's going to come down. But even if it comes down, I think we could still be at a 10-to-1, and if not, we can be in that 5-to-1, 7-to-1 range, which means I'm paying $1 and I'm making $7. I will pay as much as I need. That's still a great ROI. At the bare minimum, even if it was a 2-to-1 ROI, I'm still doing it because I'm making $2 every dollar I put in. It's common sense. You have to be able to leverage paid traffic. And I know many of you are probably not. And maybe you have tried and it's failed. Well, I'm going to give you something a little bit later that can help you with everything that you're doing in your business, for those of you that are struggling. But you can see how this type of business model makes sense, right? It's leverage. No more big time commitment. You working one-on-one. We don't do that anymore. You doing all the work for your clients. We don't do that no more. We let our clients do the work themselves. Let them come in. Let them follow the process. That way, right there, that should at least save you 50% of your time commitment, and it should be more like 60 to 70%. But that's exciting, right? Imagine being able into a week have $1 million business, a 7-figure business. It is possible when you know the right process. And again, I know there's a lot of different factors to this, but I'll tell you how you can learn here in just a little bit. So we use a, So let's go back to the whiteboard here real quick, and let's do the math, okay? Let's say your course or your membership is going to be $1,000, okay? Now, I know some of you may be even charging more. Maybe you are charging $5,000. So, either way, what do we need to do? So, if I want to make at least $10,000 a month, all I need to do is get 10 clients in here. To make 50,000 a month, I need to get 50. Now, If I'm charging $5,000 to get to 50, all I need is 10 new clients. Now, over here, if you're only charging 1,000, that's 50 clients, 50 students. That's not impossible, but would you rather get 10 people in for $50,000, or would you rather to get 50 people in for $50,000? So I want to talk about your price here just for a second. And here's what I want you to remember. You're a coach, you're a consultant, you're an expert. You are solving a problem. You're solving a pain, or you're giving people what they want. So I want you to think about your price. And a lot of people undervalue what they do. So here's how you can charge $5,000 to get into your course. If you have a big enough pain, if you have a big enough problem, you can charge more money. Because when people have major pains and major problems, guess what? They want to get out of it. Think about yourself. If you are cutting a tree down and you halfway chop your arm off, that's a problem, right? That's a major problem. What are you going to do? You're not even thinking about price. Hey, let's get to the hospital. I need to get this fixed. If you are trying to get pregnant, maybe you're a fertility coach, and you are giving somebody the opportunity to have a child, that is a big deal, right? That's a service that is really priceless. To me, my children are priceless. I would assume you feel the same. That's something you could charge high ticket for. If you're just selling food, or you're just selling towels, something that's not a major pain or a major problem, you're not going to be able to charge high ticket. So the pricing of your course, the pricing of your membership, it's going to be determined by the pain and the problems or the wants that you deliver. If you can solve a major pain, a major problem, or give people exactly what they want, people will gladly pay that price. So if you're solving a major problem, but you're only charging $500 for it, you need to rethink that, because you need the economics to work. Here's another thing. Let's say we do want to hit 7 figures. Okay? So we want to get, I believe it's what, 80, I think it's 83,000. Let's call it 84,000 a month. So in this model, to get to this point, all we need is, at a $5,000 price point, is around 17 clients. Now, to get to 84,000, and if we're only charging 1,000, we're going to need 84. You think it's easier to get 17 clients or 84? Well, in a way, it all depends. But you get the point. It's going to be easier to get 17 versus 84. And here's why. Price is not a objection. It's really not a true objection. People complain about price when they don't have clarity, when they don't have trust. That's the two big ones, clarity and trust. So if you're having problems and people are complaining about the price, you may want to think about having clarity and making sure they understand exactly what your offer is. And it's the same with trust. If they don't trust you, if they don't trust themselves, and it works both ways. Not just trusting you as an expert, but trusting themselves. Maybe they think they can't do it. They're going to have, problems about the price. But really, those are the big two that you have to worry about. But what I wanted to show you is what's possible. That's what's possible. That's big time income. And if you're charging $1,000 a month for your course, and that's completely fine, then that's the type of numbers that you can hit, and you can get 50 students a month or 50 clients a month. That's totally possible. But if you're solving a major pain, a major problem, you could charge a lot more. And as you can see, we can get 17 clients a month, and we can have a 7-figure business. Another thing that I want to point out real quick is monetization. And the good thing about having the leverage of the courses, the membership, the group coaching, is you can add additional products to bring in more revenue streams. So what we're doing with the clients' results that I showed you, what we're going to be doing is introducing a $49 product. Why would we go so low? Well, what we want to do is we would just want to add an additional revenue stream. And we're actually testing this out too. And that's a good point I'll end with here in a second, is talking about the feedback. But I want to get this in not only to create a feedback loop so we can see exactly what the market is. We had a feedback from the launch, and people were saying we just don't got $197 to pay for it. And that's the lowest point in our course. We have a 6-payment plan that is $197. So what we have is this big email list of people that hasn't purchased. So what we're going to do is we're going to introduce a $49 a month membership, and it's not going to have the value as the main course is, but we can still use that course material. It's already made. These are assets that you can use and mix in different products, different memberships, different courses, and you could create additional assets, right? It's revenue streams. It's the best part. It's leverage, right? That's what it is. It's leverage. You already have assets made. Use them. You don't have to always keep them in this course. There's other ways we can do it. Now, our research shows us that people are staying an average 3 to 4 months when they join monthly memberships. So we feel we can get at least $200 per client for everybody that joins, because they will stay 3 to 4 months. If they cancel, some people will stay the whole time, but we want to have this up $49 a month. It's a very, very low price point at 75% cheaper than the $200 price point we have for the 6-pay, and we feel we can use this for everybody that didn't buy. So we're going to actually launch this next week, and we'll see how it goes. I may even do a follow-up video, but it's leverage. When you get out of that business model and you get into this hybrid model that I've been talking about today, the sky's the limit. You could do a ton of different things, and none of these. We're adding a new membership here. How much time is that going to keep? We're probably going to add maybe 3 to 4 hours per month, because we want to offer them a live Q&A. So that's going to be an hour per week. So it's going to cost us 4 extra hours a month. That's it. And we could potentially add thousands and thousands of dollars in a revenue stream. That's cool, right? It's all about leverage. Now, before we end this video, I want to give you the opportunity to get something super, super special. So, if this video made sense, if you would like to learn more about being able to leverage your coaching, your consultant, your expert business, I want to invite you to my launch. If you see this URL, it's teachingonlinebusiness.com/launch. I am coming out with a course, and I can already tell you that the price point is going to be $997. But for those of you that get on this list right now, I'm going to be offering, when we go to launch this course, it's going to be like 70 to 80% off. So my very first group of students slash clients, it's awesome what I'm going to give you. Like, I can't even begin to go through everything. And you'll learn more as we come out with this. But if you get signed up, there's no commitment right now. You're just getting signed up to our list. And on the flip side, we'll be sending you emails letting you know everything that's in this course. But also, we're going to help you further. We're going to send you some more training videos and show you different ways how you can utilize leverage in your business. And I'm also going to be going over the other two core pillars. Business model, that's only one pillar. You have two more pillars. So I hope you get on there and get the training. But super excited about this course. This is going to be my very first course. I've been doing this for over 11 years total. This is something you'll take advantage of, because I promise you what you're going to get in return, it's priceless. I promise you, it is priceless. You're going to get a lifetime membership. You're going to get the weekly Q&A, the group calls, the coaching calls, the whole 9 yards we're talking about. You're going to get 40 plus videos on strategies and tactics and different things like that. I promise you, you won't want to miss it. So take the time to go there, teachingonlinebusiness.com/launch, and I'll see you on the other side. So hope you found value in this. Hopefully it's motivating you. Hopefully now you see what's possible and you get that excitement back, because I promise you, if you put this in place, you're going to see a ton better results. You're going to be happier in your business. Your clients are going to be happier. You're going to be working less time, more time doing what you want to do in your life. And you're going to make a lot more money. That's good. That's the way it should be. So, everybody, I'll catch you later. Get signed up. You don't want to miss it. Promise you, it's going to be huge.